This video is to show you how the times 1 sets up. The times 1 element sets up in a diagonal differently than the times 2 and the times 1.3. The 1.3 optic, if it's included, is always the primary optic and is always labeled number 4. Now I arrowed these in with ink markers so you could see them better on the camera. But you have number 4 and you have a directional arrow. But this is the 1.3 optic, so it's not going to be used. And for this setup, the majority of this OCA is going to be set aside. The first thing I'm going to do, though, is separate the number 1 element, which is always the top connecting to the bino viewer, and set that aside. And I'm going to take number 6 off, which is this little connecting ring. It's got threads on the inside and on the outside. And I'm going to set the rest of the OCA aside. Then I'm going to pick up number 6, which in this case is the times 1, okay? And that one is going to thread into this ring. Now for this setup, the arrow is going to point toward the ring. So you thread them together, and then you thread it into the front of the diagonal so that the arrow disappears. And remember, the arrow is pointing out. You have to excuse this old diagonal. The threads are getting a little bit old, kind of buggered up after years and years of use. But that's how it sets up. Now you'd attach number 1 piece to the bino viewer. You'd slide it into the top of the diagonal. You plug it into your telescope, and now you're ready to start bino viewing. Now there is an alternate setup. Let me show you how that works. Let's say that you wanted more out focus. Well, you can get that. Not that you'll probably need it, because it really, in this configuration, probably has enough back focus already. But let's say you wanted more. What you do is you take the number 6 element and you relocate it on the other side of the ring, because I got threads on both sides of the element, the optics, and then you'd thread that into the nose of your diagonal. You don't have to thread it in all the way. And now you'd slide that into your telescope, and you'd put your, of course, your bino viewer would connect to piece number 1, and you'd be ready to view with your bino viewer. And that's basically how it works.